Kickstart Your Coaching Edge podcast, where it's all about getting real around all things coaching.
And what we know for sure is that what got you here won't get you there.
You can't see the spinach in your own teeth.
And finally, hang on, because this one's really deep. Once you realize that you are the traffic, everything makes complete and unadulterated sense.
You know, it's funny. I'm trying to think of airplane-related songs to talk about, and I only have
think of as Leslie Nielsen right now.
Oh, from the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was thinking of songs, and I had Jet Airliner by Steve Miller Band, and then I had Leaving on a Jet Plane. Is that Peter, Paul, and Mary?
I do not know.
All right. So anyway, but what we're going to talk a little bit is that we have been up in the sky.
Oh, we've been talking on this podcast this whole time?
Yeah,
No.
we're rolling, Sullivan. Keep up. We got things to say. So this is great. So June was a busy travel month for us.
Insane.
We were in the sky, we were in hotels, we were in many different states. It all went very seamless, but it's interesting. So we thought we would share some inspiration from, I don't know, how many days would you say we were in a hotel room this month?
I would venture to say probably like 20.
20, yeah, in June, I should say.
Yeah,
It's
in
not really-
June,
yeah,
not
in
July.
June. And 20 days. So we really caught up on a lot of direct TV when we were in airplanes. We caught up on some documentaries on Hulu when we were in the hotel room.
Not home.
Right. And so we wanted to share some of our things that stand out from some of our interesting television watching that we had. So Karen's going to do the first because she watched the show on the plane. I did not. And that is Ninja Warrior.
So I gotta say, just that, I think it's hilarious, the stuff that we watch on planes that we would never watch if we were home. Like, right, Ninja Warriors I'm watching on a plane. But, you know, it's interesting, though, because, like, I love the whole competition piece of it. And seeing these people really, I mean, the strength that they have and the discipline that they have is really kind of cool. And just being able to watch them overcome so many obstacles, it's just, I don't know, it's inspirational, it really is. So although it might seem like just a goofy show, hearing the stories that go with the people that are doing, you know, the Ninja Warrior competitions are really kind of cool. And I heard one person say the other day, when we were, last time I was on the plane, and she said that I don't need easy, I just need possible. And it just got me thinking, you know, and I know you guys have heard us say again and again and again, hey, you know, I can do hard things, we can do hard things. But that possibility piece with the I don't need easy, I just need possible, just opens up so many doors.
Oh my God. It's funny because I remember on the plane when you're like, stop, tell me what the quote was, right? And I'm like, oh my God, that's so good. I love that. And it does actually remind me of a door opening, right? So I don't need easy, I just need possible. And when we see possible, we're willing to open the door further. How do we get through it? You know, some things are tough, some things aren't. But knowing that there are possibilities to be able to accomplish something will always override whether or not it's easy or hard if we want it.
I just thought that was interesting about your opening the door thing. Like, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's just like, if we see possibilities, if we're like, it's possible, then let's push that door open a little bit further.
Oh.
Right? You know what I mean?
I do, but it was really funny when you said that because when you started saying that, all I imagined, I know you're going to be shocked, was just kick the door open.
Oh.
Like just bust down the freaking door.
Totally. And I can see you doing that, right? Like, whoop.
Yeah.
And then
Been there, done that.
Kick that door open.
Kick the door down. Yeah.
I
like
love
you just
it.
bust them open.
Yeah. And I love that because, you know, some things are easy. Some things are hard. Most things are worth it. And so I love the fact I'll just say about us,
Yeah.
since it's our episode of a podcast, I guess we can toot our own horn, is that we are possibility people, and we will take on challenges regardless of the effort that it takes, as long as we know it's possible. And half the time, it's just us believing that it's possible that makes it possible.
You know, it's funny, Jen, I'm going to bring you back to the door again, because so often, like, people see doors, and if they see a closed door, right, this just makes me think so much about choice. If people see a closed door, they just assume, well, it's not open. Well, duh, because it's a closed door. I know, that was just brilliant.
Wait,
right there.
I just want to take that in. Okay, go.
All right, you want me to keep going? But they don't try to open it. You know, other people need the door to be open. You know, some people are going to try the lock, and they're just like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, it's locked. But does the door stop you if what's on the other side of the door is what's really important? And I know that I said, you know, I mean, yes, I have kicked down a door before, but that's the mentality. Like, if something's that important, would you kick down the door to get it? And like this quote said, right? I don't need easy, I just need possible. And if there's something on the other side of that door, you bet your ass I'm going to kick that sucker down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you nailed it, right? So that why, the why of the item has to be door kick worthy. Because you just don't go around kicking doors. But when you do say, this is important, and if it's worth it, I'm going to fight for it.
Right.
Right?
And here's the thing, though, because now this just makes me think, this is just a random kind of thing that's popping in my head now also. But sometimes you're not even 100% sure what's behind the door, which makes it even more intriguing, because let's be honest, there's no guarantees about anything. So it's putting in the effort to figure out what's going to be on the other side of that door. And as long as there's that glimmer of possibility, why not go for it?
And one other thing that just popped into my head is that, so when you have the quote, say the quote again.
It's the, I don't need easy, I just need possible.
How many people listening actually walk away from possibility because it feels hard?
Right. Or the door's locked.
Or the door's locked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can say, I'm sure that there are times I have as well.
Right.
But one of the things I love is living in a world of possibilities. Anything's possible. We can do anything that we put our mind to, right? Everything's an option. And then it just shows you what kind of quality of life do you want, which is going after possibilities, regardless if they're hard or not hard.
Yeah. And because there's so many times when we hear people talk of self-inflicted limitations, and those limitations are just in their mind. And I'm not sitting here and saying that, you know, we can't be all things to all people all the time, and I get that. But when your self-imposed limitations are keeping you from what's on the other side of that door, then that's where you have to start to re-examine some things in your beliefs, the beliefs that you have in yourself, and kick it up a notch.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it, right? So sometimes is the hard part or easy part the mental game that you have going into all of it.
Right.
Right?
And right, because it's just the BS stories that you're telling yourself. Because let's be honest, if there was $1 million on the other side of that door, people would figure a way how to get that door down.
That's right. Yeah, that's good. So anyway, that's the latest that we had on an airplane. Karen had it, in all fairness. She was watching the Ninja Warrior show. I, on the other hand, I am sure was on some bad reality TV. Or
my guess, probably.
Beverly Hills 90210. For some reason, they're on a lot when we're in the air. It just brings me back here.
Where, Jen?
I guess to the 90s. All right, you guys, have a great week. We'll see you next week with more inspiration from our travels.
Bye. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Kickstart Your Coaching Edge podcast. Craving more in-depth discussions? Check out the Get Real Inner Circle with our no BS in-crowd of coaches.
Join live coaching discussions, breakdowns of coaching calls, and have some fun while you're at it.
You're going to want to go to kickstartyouredge.com/inner circle. It's time to get real.